Hello, beautiful friends. So, Magic in the Memoir is this new project that I have launched and continue to launch and create new ways for people to learn how to self heal. I published my first book, Blueprint to the Heart, in December of 2023. And what I recognized is that the whole process of the actual book itself was the healing part. Like the book was a byproduct of substantial amount of healing, meaning that it was something that I never thought I would do, and all the obstacles and the determination and the resilience that I had shown myself within the process is really where so much of the juiciness of healing occurred. So many times in healing, we really just want this byproduct. We just want this polished, pretty looking product, right? But yet we don't really see the work that it takes to get through the process. So joining me in Magic in my memoir is so many layers of healing. And the first and foremost that it's healing is me giving an experiential learning of how to self-heal as I dive into the significant circumstances and the atypical experiences of my life. It also requires a certain layer of emotional integration, right? It brings up shit for me to look at. And I am one. So I created everything that I do is to show people that we have the innate ability to go within and heal ourselves, right? Like it's so apropos against society, because society wants us to be dependent on healers, on external circumstances, that it's so against the grain that not many people show how to actually do that. Like, what does that actually look like? And me, as someone that has an ability to be able to, I just have a natural healing frequency. I have learned I don't want people to be dependent and reliant on that, because it's not like I'm special, right? Like I see that we all have that magic a part of us, right? So what I have recognized within myself is within you. And that is why I feel and relate to so many people. I see myself in everyone. And so sharing my story, not only writing my story, sharing these things, it not only allows for me to be able to articulate the experiences that I've had, to how I've healed the generational beliefs and the systems that had kept me dependent on external circumstances and external people. It also allows for me to show the whole process. Like, haven't you ever wondered how they did that? Well, this is kind of what I'm giving you. That is how she did that. I mean, for me, I always was wondering, I didn't want people to tell me what to do. I wanted to know how they did this in their lives themselves, which is exactly what this process is. So not only is it a whole experiential community in learning how to self-heal, it is also, writing in general is so profound for our healing journey. And so if you've ever wanted to share your voice in a powerful way, if you've ever wanted to be able to share your story at a way that it is the beacon for others, this is for you 1,000%. Because a lot of us are afraid of sharing these dark experiences, when really those dark experiences, like, that's like the core of why our story is so potent, right? So how do we learn to share these in an empowering way that gives voice to these aspects of us, while also inspiring and empowering others to navigate this on our own? So I not only go through the self-healing process, I also share how we can tap into the insights for ourselves, and a lot of self-discovery, self-reflection, prompts and inquiries, and I also go through the whole process on making a book. So and again, so that is part of the massive healing process that takes place as well, because I have already shared, the first 5 years outline of mine. I have all of the core themes and the messages that were taught to me, which essentially is the whole foundation of my life, and how I connect these messages to, like, how they show up in my healing process, and how I use those core messages as, like, how they continue to persistent cycle throughout my life. So I really tie in like everything. It's an extremely, how I view magic in my memoir is, people always say, like, be the change that you want to see in the world. And this is how. Magic in my memoir is the how to be that change. This is how we can learn to be our own best friend, how we can learn to be our greatest healer, how we can be our best lover, and all while learning the process, not through me telling anyone what to do, but like leading through example and showing how I do these very intricate and deep processes for myself. And so I've already created like 3 different meditations and an art ritual of sorts. And so I'm guiding through the whole process of like what I literally do to get in touch with my body, mind, and spirit, and how to navigate those times, like, and how it shows up for me. So honestly, this is quite revolutionary to me, because I have not seen anybody. Again, what we see is like the finished product, and we have people that want to tell us how to do things, but we rarely have people that are like, yes, here, this is me, and this is how I've done it, and this is how I'm doing it, and like, how can I reflect back to you for your journey? Because I've recognized for myself that everybody has their own unique path. I cannot tell you what your unique path is. That is for your discovery. What I can do is help to show and illuminate those areas that have been blocking us from recognizing our true and authentic heart. And I can also guide you through my own process and allow my process and journey to be a unique, inspirational, and model for yourself. And the whole also, so you're not alone, like, because we don't want to show the messy parts, but I show the messy parts because I want you to see that you're not abnormal, that everything in all of the processes is completely natural and so perfect. And this process really allows for us to fall in love with the whole process of healing, not just the clean parts, not just the parts that people want to share. It's the parts that people don't talk about. What they don't tell you about generational healing is all within Magic to My Memoir. And I hope that you will join me and the wonderful community that I aim to create.